that, this is what one of the gray spheres look like. That's how they fly. That's how they travel. Okay. They're massless. They can, again, be a chameleon. They can change into all these different colors and textures and patterns. And they can be invisible if they want to be invisible as well. There it is. Disc shape, absolutely. Typical design, they would have a dark mass in the center of it. And I believe that's a way that they're able to have a compartment and also some sort of a... I think that's just the basic instruction of their anti-gravity crafts they use in this simulated reality. So I'm filming the sun and I'm zooming in. And Samsung will not allow me to have control over my exposure and the darkness of my screen. So no more of these videos where I get to talk to you and show you footage. They ruined it. So I figured I'd just give you an example of what these look like. So I am basically zooming in at about somewhere in the ballpark of 120, 25 optical zoom. Okay, that is a very big, bright object, and it is a disc shape. Okay, it's not a propeller plane. It's not a bug. It's a fucking disc. Okay. And why is it doing that? Well, it wants to know, why am I filming the sun? And they know who I am at this point. I mean, let's stop kidding around here. Of course they know who I am. It's anti-gravity. It changes color. And it can fly 0 to, 10,000 miles an hour in a blink of an eye. It's not very difficult for it to do that. Now, this is the color Samsung wants me to show you. So, where is this thing going, right? What is this thing doing? Well, first of all, the sun is more of a square shaped, so that's a problem. I told you that the sun is very good at changing its shape all the time, because nobody ever looks at the sun. That would be pretty stupid to do that, right? Not me. So every time I go and film the sun, it's like the simulation has a panic attack. So that is not the United States of America's property. Okay. That is a disc. In fact, this may not even be a gray. This might just be a regular disc, because this is very far away from where I'm filming. And here it is in real time. It's fucking gone. So I try to explain to so many people so many times that they allow me to film them, but I can't even see them in my viewfinder. That's how fast they are. I have to go back and then go play by play to find these. But I got so many of them, it doesn't really matter. But Greer unfortunately lied about that. And that's why he won't talk to me. Because he wasn't counting on somebody finding out about... He wasn't counting on somebody buying a Nikon P900 and putting it up in the sky and filming nothing for hours and then going back to his house and then going frame by frame by frame like a lunatic to see if he found any UFOs. I did that. I did that. Why? Because I had this thought in my head and that said, you need to do that. There's a big secret. And I did it. And then I found out. Basically, if you guys haven't noticed, I'm being helped. Okay? So let's just cut to the chase. I've been chosen to help society. Tell you the truth. Okay? There it is. I said it. That's what they look like. It's glowing off of the backlighting of the sun, the camera, and where does this thing go into? Okay? Frame, 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 frame. It went toward the sun. And what I'm doing is I was trying my best to film very up close, optical zoom level material. And I couldn't. As you can see, there it goes. It flies right back to me. Now, this was the part that I didn't really want to show you guys because I didn't want to scare anybody. But this was an aggressive move. And I can't tell you the reason why it was aggressive, but it was aggressive. It's very aggressive. Okay? I did see this part with my own eyes. This did scare me a little bit. As you can see, the sun is not in the right shape. It's more of a square now over here, or a cube. And it's more of a cube. It's a cube with a little chunk missing here. The sun is not the shape it's supposed to be. Okay, so there you go. You guys aren't supposed to know that. The shape, see, the sun, when no one's really looking at it, will be whatever shape it needs to be in order to be efficient. So the sun also can be replaced by another sun. So there you go. It's another big secret. So these are actually two entities. One eye right there. Those are basically camouflage discs. There's actually another one over here, and also the nose. Looks like a little animal, but they're watching me. So you've got this situation where I'm being helped, and at the same time, I'm pissing off some of the people in this simulation. This guy here ends up kind of squirming away, but I'm just going to show you what happens. Boom. Comes out. This is close to me. I didn't notice it really until it was in front of the gray cloud. It actually slowed down. And when you see one of these, it doesn't look like what you see. It looks like a yellowish green metallic jellyfish. So it was like a fluorescent yellowish green electrical type, like a jellyfish that had some sort of bioluminosity to it, but it had two arms that were extending out in opposite directions to, I don't know what for, arms, like little things that can grab things. And it extended them out and then put them back in again. And it was like watching a flying jellyfish fly by. But yet my camera shows, you know, some distortion around it. There is distortion around it, but it didn't show the little arms that came out of it. And it got very close, and it stopped, and it looked right at me. And it flew over me, and it scanned me, and it was, and another one flies back here. See in the bottom. So this is all from the sun. This is the most aggressive attack I've had. I shouldn't say attack, but just, you know, they haven't come at me this aggressively before. Because I got good footage of the sun, and I was told nicely to not go back there too many more times because they don't want me to make this whole thing that's been set up for thousands of years look silly. So the same thing you saw before, came, slowed down, went over me, scanned me. And there was one in the back too, I think somewhere. There was another flash. There's always a buddy they have. They always have one or two around. It's never just one. I mean, but it's a disc. It's a translucent disc. It's real. Yeah, I was pretty scared for a little bit. And here's the same one, as you can see, was hovering over me. And it wouldn't leave, so I put my camera up and got the fuck out of there. Really quickly. This is not the military, guys. I promise you that. This is the system. You know, I was basically told, you know, leave the sun alone, and I just felt like filming it again, and they warned me not to. I wasn't warned. It was just a thought that said, "Hey, okay, this is enough. Move on to something else," and I kind of violated that. So I got scared. It's the first time I've ever had a simulated UFO come right at me and hover over me, and then it had a couple of other ones that were further away that were watching me. So it was just a little scary for me. It was the first time I packed my shit up and ran. So when the mechanical arms came back down, it then turned into a spinning type of donut. It could shrink in size and grow in size, and this one that came at me was close to maybe 7, 8, 9 feet. It was pretty big. So Mr. UFO got pretty scared. It covered probably maybe 4 or 5, maybe 3 miles in about a second. You know, I don't know, 4 miles a second.